In 2025, a South American farmer walked past an ordinary hill, completely unaware that a lost cosmic temple lay right beneath his feet, deep beneath a high-altitude mountain lake. On the dangerous border of Bolivia and Peru, a drowned sanctuary holds 20,000 forbidden artifacts. South America guards its ancient secrets so fiercely that every single year, modern science finds anomalies that shatter mainstream history. This is a continent where massive pyramids are significantly older than Egypt, and cities were built where physics says survival is impossible. Prehistoric engineers created complex underground pipe systems that completely pump water without any modern machines, using only the wind. Builders with absolutely no iron tools and no knowledge of the wheel constructed megastructures that survived 5 centuries of massive earthquakes. The final, terrifying discovery on our list is a colossal ancient city constructed 5,000 years ago without a single piece of ceramic. Today, we unearth 7 real, heavily documented anomalies that mainstream academic science is still desperately trying to keep hidden. Open your mind, because these lost technologies prove our current historical textbooks are severely incomplete and deeply flawed. Open your mind and remember that the ground beneath your feet is always keeping score through absolute, chilling silence. High in the sun-bleached valley of the Supe River in Peru, several massive, dusty hills safely hid an impossible secret for centuries. They looked like ordinary natural mounds of gravel, completely lacking any monumental facades or characteristic stone steps to invite curiosity. Consequently, these prehistoric monuments stood entirely untouched, until a brave female archaeologist began digging into the deep dirt in 1994. Mainstream scientists initially smiled with deep skepticism, arguing that the complete absence of ceramics proved no civilization could exist here. But as the workers dug deeper, a massive, highly organized city slowly emerged from the suffocating dust of forgotten time. 6 monumental stone pyramids, a massive amphitheater, residential quarters, and ancient irrigation canals were officially pulled from the dark earth. Excavators even uncovered 32 delicate musical flutes, masterfully carved from the ancient bones of condors and pelicans. When advanced carbon dating results were finally delivered, an absolute, stunning silence paralyzed the global scientific community for months. Caral existed around 2600 BC, making it 500 years older than the famous Great Pyramids of Giza. This lost civilization flourished without weapons or defensive walls, building its massive power entirely on religion and continental trade networks. Moving deep inside the Andes, Lake Titicaca stands proudly as the highest navigable body of water on the entire planet. Sitting at 3,800 meters altitude, this sacred land was fiercely believed by the Incas to be the birthplace of the sun. For generations, local indigenous fishermen whispered terrifying legends about a giant, sunken city hiding directly beneath the silent waves. Mainstream scientists completely dismissed these accounts as beautiful fairy tales until an international diving expedition descended in the year 2000. Plunging several meters deep near the isolated shores of Copacabana, divers stumbled upon the colossal remains of a massive underwater temple. A massive 800-meter stone wall, paved mechanical roads, and structured agricultural terraces lay perfectly preserved inside the freezing dark. Over 200 heavy military-grade dives successfully confirmed the complex belonged entirely to the mysterious pre-Inca civilization of Tiwanaku. This highly advanced society flourished brilliantly before vanishing completely, leaving no physical clues for their sudden catastrophic end. By 2012, separate Belgian expeditions unearthed over 25 subterranean structural sites containing 20,000 forbidden ancient artifacts. The vast ruins even hold what researchers officially call the absolute oldest pre-Columbian harbor ever discovered by human science. For over a century, textbook history firmly claimed that the vast Amazon was merely a wild, unpopulated jungle filled with nomadic hunters. Academic dogmas stated that the wet environment and highly acidic, poor soils physically prevented any complex, large-scale human urbanism. But in January 2024, a groundbreaking scientific paper published in the journal Science completely shattered this historical model. French archaeologist Stephen Rostaing had spent 30 long, difficult years exploring the dense, dangerous valley of the Upano River. He knew ancient earthen mounds existed, but the suffocating, dense forest canopy permanently blocked any human attempt to see the true scale. Everything changed when the Ecuador government executed advanced LiDAR mapping, blasting a massive 600 square kilometers with invisible laser grids. As the complex data was processed, scientists were left completely breathless, staring at over 6,000 geometrically perfect rectangular Earth platforms. Organized around vast public squares, these platforms were seamlessly connected by wide, perfectly straight roads cutting through the wild wilderness. 15 individual settlements emerged, including 5 colossal urban centers dating back an incredible 2,500 to 3,000 years. This represents a total revolution in history, proving a massive garden city network flourished in the Amazon long before Western textbooks admitted. Imagine a forbidden territory the size of entire England, where nearly the complete landscape is entirely man-made. Deep inside the Bolivian Amazon lies Llanos de Mojos, a highly hostile region completely dominated by complex prehistoric earth engineering. Thousands of kilometers of straight canals, raised causeways, and artificial islands connected hidden settlements across a dangerous, flooded savanna. For centuries, mainstream science knew absolutely nothing about the engineers until oil company geologists noticed geometric patterns from airplanes. Then, in 2022, advanced laser scanning revealed the terrifying truth, unmasking 2 colossal urban centers reaching up to 300 hectares. Conical pyramids reaching 22 meters high, massive water reservoirs, and grand causeways belonged entirely to the lost Kotoka culture. But the most breathtaking paradox is that this monumental engineering was constructed completely without a single piece of stone. There are absolutely no rock outcrops in the entire Moxos Plains, forcing builders to create everything using raw soil and bare hands. Experts estimate up to 20,000 artificial earth mounds still sit completely unexcavated, hiding deep within the silent jungle. Kotoka culture masters engineered an entire ecosystem, leaving an impossible legacy that mainstream science is still fiercely terrified to investigate. Rising majestic and terrifying on the northern edge of Cusco stand 3 zigzagging stone walls, constructed with colossal, unbelievable blocks. These massive limestone blocks reach up to 6 meters high and weigh a staggering 125 tons each. They represent the absolute largest, heaviest pieces of ancient stonemasonry ever shifted in pre-Columbian American history. No 2 blocks share the same shape, each a unique polygonal figure, fitted together with such terrifying, flawless mechanical precision. The fit is so intensely tight that absolutely no mortar was utilized. Yet, not even a single thin paper sheet can slide between joints. Spanish chronicler Pedro de Cieza de Leon wrote in the 16th century that the fortress seemed impossible for human hands to build. The ancient stone quarries sit 20 kilometers away across incredibly rugged, mountainous terrain with deep canyons and steep valleys. Prehistoric engineers dragged these 100-ton monoliths without using the wheel and with absolutely no heavy iron tools. Deep beneath Sacsayhuaman lies Chincanas, a terrifying sealed labyrinth of dark tunnels that has remained largely unexplored for centuries. Government officials tightly closed the massive entrance in the 19th century, permanently sealing away secrets nobody is allowed to see. In the absolute driest desert on Earth, near Peru's southern coast, ancient engineers constructed an impossible mechanical miracle. While the world only knows Nazca for giant desert lines, their most practical, brilliant legacy hides directly inside the ground. Scattered across the desert are 43 spiral openings, funnel-shaped structures, masterfully lined with heavy, smooth river stones. Named Puquios, these bizarre funnels connect straight to underground aqueducts, running 15 meters deep into hidden mountain aquifers. For centuries, mainstream science failed completely to explain how water moved through these dark pipes without any mechanical pumps. In 2016, advanced satellite imagery finally solved the mystery, revealing that the spiral shape was an active wind pump. The precise geometry captures the desert wind, funneling it down to force the water through the long pipeline network. Prehistoric Nazca people created the world's very first wind-powered water pumping system 1,500 years ago. Amazingly, all 43 Puquios continue to function perfectly today, providing the exact same clean water to local modern farmers. This ancient green technology stands as a silent titan, defying time and proving ancient engineering surpassed modern corporate design. Local Bolivian farmers had walked past a low, ordinary hill for generations, never suspecting that a giant lost empire lay frozen beneath. The site remained completely unstudied by mainstream academia simply because it appeared like a random creation of natural wind erosion. But in 2025, researchers analyzing high-resolution satellite photography noticed faint, highly geometric rectangular outlines hiding in the dirt. Drone mapping and advanced photogrammetry delivered a shocking result, revealing a colossal ceremonial temple, the size of an entire city block. This is Palas Pota, a highly sophisticated sanctuary belonging entirely to the mysterious civilization of Tiwanaku, which vanished around 1000 AD. Measuring 125 meters long, the temple features 15 chambers arranged around a grand, majestic central public courtyard. The primary entrance is aligned with absolute astronomical precision, pointing directly toward the sacred solar equinox, with zero margin of error. Intriguingly, this highly important administrative center was constructed 215 kilometers away from Tiwanaku's imperial throne. Archaeologists uncovered precious fragments of ritual chicha cups, proving expensive maize beverages were manually transported across the mountains. Maize cannot grow at this freezing, oxygen-deprived altitude, indicating a highly organized, wealthy trade network we cannot explain. Perhaps the most terrifying puzzle of South American history is not what these ancient civilizations built, but the physics of how. The colossal walls of Sacsayhuaman, the masonry of Machu Picchu, and the monolithic stone gates of Tiwanaku share identical, impossible precision. Joints with zero gaps, flawless mechanical angles, and absolutely no use of mortar defy the standard tools of the Stone Age. Ancient builders possessed absolutely no iron tools and no knowledge of the wheel, yet they manipulated ultra-hard volcanic rock like soft wax. Mainstream academic science cautiously suggests a primitive trial and error method where stones were placed, marked, and manually removed thousands of times. This simple explanation works for a basic square brick, but completely falls apart when confronting the famous 12-angled stone. Each single angle primordial perfectly to a separate neighboring monolith, requiring multi-dimensional geometric planning before the stone was cut. A single mistake on any of the 12 faces would destroy the structural integrity of the entire monument, rendering the massive block useless. How did this advanced, highly specific geometric knowledge vanish so completely from the world without leaving any written records? The direct descendants of the Incas possessed absolutely no oral tradition describing the advanced technology utilized to shift these giant mountains. 7 terrifying discoveries. 7 massive, violent rewrites to everything we previously assumed was set in stone about our ancient past. The modern world is slowly realizing that our ancestors were far more advanced, dangerous, and organized than textbooks dare to admit. The Earth isn't changing its dark history. We are simply, finally, learning how to read its most terrifying cosmic warnings. And judging by the incredible secrets pulled from the dirt this year, we are only just scratching the freezing surface. Which of these 7 ancient discoveries do you think poses the most dangerous threat to our modern timeline? Drop your theories in the comment section below and let us know what you believe is still hiding out there. Make sure to subscribe to Remnants of Time right now so you never miss another dark historical documentary. Hit the notification bell to join our elite circle of investigators before the algorithms bury these truths forever. Thank you for watching. Stay vigilant, keep questioning, and we will see you all in the next silence. Until then, remember that the ground beneath your feet is always keeping score. Sleep well.